Hello and welcome back to the Battle Room. My name is, of course, the Battle Room, and today we are joined by my good friend Raghav. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, and I'm doing good, but I gotta admit, I'm glad to be back home after this insane work trip. I was actually supposed to go to Toronto, Canada to meet up with Kawhi Leonard, who is now a Toronto Raptor. But while I was there, I realized I don't have any good jackets, right?
hmm
And it is freezing in Canada. So I got this really nice jacket, and it was just magical. I didn't understand how it was so warm. So, being the scientist that I am, I had to open that bad boy up, this puffer jacket. And when I opened it, I noticed something strange. It's a very weird kind of feathers. And then I realized, dude, this shit is made out of Staraptor. And that shit is the key to the metagame right now, Colin.
Yeah, apparently Staraptor had a insane weekend, like absolutely nuts, and Charizard had a horrible weekend. So for the Charizard haters, rejoice, and Staraptor is finally finding footing in the format. I feel like it was a slow rise to power. Like I did see it like getting good with the Sand team. The Sand team has been everywhere, so I did expect the Sand team to really pop off in this tournament. But I did not expect Staraptor to win with Delphox.
No, we're seeing a lot of creativity in Staraptor too. I feel like you were saying, we expected to see it on the Sand team, but there's a number of Staraptor cores on here, and I think it's really cool because it's one of those bonds where it's got a really strong gimmick. It's just figuring it out, and I think it needed a bit of time here, and we got again just a variety of really cool shit next to it.
Guys, I'm currently under the CN tower, and I'm a little bit afraid that Drake's here. He's making me a little uncomfortable.
I need a one dance.
And I think the only way out of this one is if you subscribe on YouTube right now. It's the only way to protect us from Drake, please. Yeah, so let's hop into the first one here. This one is not a Staraptor team, but instead is a Charizard, Garchomp, Toxapex team. But this time, instead of Annihilate or Mamoswine, it is Sylveon, which I feel like has been getting a lot of traction lately. I feel like I do see this one just as much as the Annihilate one.
Oh, like specifically with Sylveon?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I actually think we talked about this, either you and I or just like within our friend group. Just having fairy coverage on the team helps a lot into Garchomp, or just like stuff you'd miss when you usually have a Floette or even other Charizard Aerodactyl teams. There's not too much to say here. Like, we've seen all this stuff before, like the Helping Hand Charizard with Life Orb Venusaur instead of Sleep Powder. Scarf Garchomp's very common on these teams, and then of course your favorite guy, Toxapex.
Yeah, I feel like too, like this is just a team now that's kind of just added into the teams that you got to be prepared for. Obviously the Sylveon can change slightly, but yeah, Toxapex is becoming very, very good. We've seen it start to spread onto other teams as well. The moveset's super simple. You poison them, you toxic them, you have wide guard. It just brings everything together, and I feel like Instant is also really important. I've seen some Big Six variants without Floette and instead adding Toxapex on, but I think Instant is pretty necessary to make Toxapex function, just because it allows it to just live so much longer with Parting Shot Regenerator and also with just Fake Out and Intimidate.
No, I absolutely agree. I think Fake Out is so good for Toxapex with the Infestation, the Toxic. And yeah, like the other reasons you said as well, like Intimidate just feels so good. It might be me as well. I think you know me. I love playing with Intimidate. It's a crutch at some points, but I think with this kind of strategy, you just need it. And I feel like it's a very well-rounded team. I think it's super balanced, and that there's nothing that feels like so impossible.
Yeah, you have a really strong like hyper offense mode. You have an insane defensive backbone, like adding Sylveon as well. I feel like it's really solid. Yawn is fun with Infestation as well. You add another little combo to it.
Oh shit, yeah. But you would definitely be playing this team, so definitely try and have a matchup for it.
Yeah, be prepared for that one. And then next up is, I feel like this team, well, okay, the Dragonite's pretty crazy, but I feel like Big Six with Sneasler is always kind of there. I feel like I played every 5 or every 10 Big Sixes, I'll play the Sneasler version. I feel like it's always lurking, and I guess, here it is. But with Dragonite,
I think the Sneasler is explicitly a Dragonite partner because it has coaching, whereas it's just D-Knight and King Gambit, right? I think the Sneasler version is a little funny, especially because it's White Herb, no Protect.
That's insane.
But it's cool. I think this D-Knight set is probably just catches some teams super off guard. Like, I've played Inner Focus, Dragon Dance. That shit was mad annoying. I think Extreme Speed is just a very good move right now with all the Whimsicott, just wanting to move first. So I think it's a cute combo. I don't know if it's best on, the rest of the team being Big Six, but I can see why they made it the top cut.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you do have the boring Big Six part, right? Losing Garchomp's pretty crazy, but I guess the Dragonite is the one there. Yeah, nothing too super crazy. Modest Floette, modest Charizard. Swords Dance King Gambit as well, so you do have the fake out. I feel like it just has a lot of like, it's just like so mind gamey if the Sneaslers led with the physical guys.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I think if you get caught out of position, you could just lose the game. And that's the beauty of Pokemon like Swords Dance King Gambit.
It's true. Yeah, otherwise, like, it is kind of just standard Big Six, but with a crazy, crazy mode.
Duo in there, yeah.
All right, then let's check out a Staraptor Delphox team. I think this is identical to the one in the finals. So we'll talk about it a bit now and later, but this is like obviously one of the big teams in the tournament here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to process this. There's so many cool choices. Let's just start in order, right? We've got Encore, Delphox. I think that's very interesting because there's no redirection on the team. You just forego Nasty Plot, and I can honestly respect that. I think Encore is a super annoying move, especially because if you fast forward to Whimsicott, there is no Encore on that guy, so you're kind of just making up for it.
Yeah, and then obviously you have the Roost Staraptor, which is something you see a lot of. It's kind of like Roost is obviously very good to keep Staraptor alive, but then Tailwind is more useful to like engage the team or like enable the team. But this one we obviously have Tailwind on Whimsicott. These two are a common pair, and I feel like sometimes it can be a little bit of a trap. But I feel like with the charm and the light screen tech, I think it probably carries the Staraptor mode and probably just like solos some people that just don't see it or like who don't have the right answers to it.
Yeah, when you have your own Tailwind user, you don't need it on Staraptor, and there is no Sinistra, which you see on like those sand teams that generally run Tailwind Staraptor. So Roost here makes a lot of sense. I think Light Screen is so interesting. I wonder if it like really helps with outside of Staraptor modes, but in general, it's a really cool set, especially because this Whimsicott is not the traditional Focus Sash, but Berry, just trying to live a hit from either Delphox or Charizard, Incineroar. Honestly, a really cool item choice on Whims, and it allows Glimmora to run the Focus Sash.
Yeah, and the Sash Glimmora is something we've seen for a while, right? It's kind of come back around on the wheel of being like, hey, Charizard is still a problem, and Glimmora, if you lead it into Charizard, it just solos it, right? Like the Sash Glimmora paired with the Whimsicott is just so tricky to remove. The Toxic Spikes can also help enable both Delphox and Staraptor to pick off low HP targets at the end. I think Glimmora just should never have I don't think it did fully leave, but it just hasn't been popular, but I really do like it here. I think it looks really strong.
Yeah, I think Glimmora was a really important part of last format, just dictating speed tiers too. Like, everyone's like, oh, we can't underspeed that guy. Like, we actually have to outspeed to make Glimmora no matter what. But I just think in this format, it offers a lot of the same things it used to, where Earth Power is just phenomenal coverage into things like Archaludon, Sludge Bomb coverage, obviously, like, annoys fairies so much, like Whimsicott, Floette. So Glimmora is just that guy again. And I'm very curious to see if it sticks around this time or we see a lot of it at Worlds.
Yeah, I mean, like, it is on this team, and I do think this team is going to pick up. But you're right, will it stick around? Because we do still have a month of time where I think the wheel will spin, right? Like, this is just really, really good right now. I like the Scarf Garchomp as well, paired with our double flying Megas. Feels good, right? Like, you can just spam Earthquake next to either one, get them going with CC, or just spam Heatwave Earthquake. Like, I feel like he's really simple on this team, but he's effective.
Yeah, just actually like no Life Orb on the team is really interesting. But I think this is a team that I'd love to give a try, either on the channel or just on my own, just to get a feel for how it works, because I think the Scarf Garchomp could be so nasty with those two guys, just as an endgame sweeper. And it's just a lot of damage. We got another no protect Pokemon in King Gambit, just focused on damage with the Choppleberry. I guess like if you're not bringing Staraptor, you're pretty damn weak to King Gambit. So, well, not that weak, but like it's nice to have another check into that.
Yeah, for sure. I think like obviously you do have Earthquake, you do have Glimmora, but you don't have anything that's like just removing him, and you're still a Delphox team at the end of the day. I also feel like Ironhead is valuable as well, just like fairies are one of the best things into Staraptor, so having both Ironhead and Glimmora is pretty nice. It allows you to bring the Staraptor a little bit more flexibly.
It just makes so much sense on a Tailwind team. Like, if you have Tailwind, running fast King Gambit or just like forward attack King Gambit feels like not essential, but just it feels so good, dude.
Yeah, so this team is going to be a big threat. There's so much going on. It looks like it actually has like so much depth to it, while also being able to just say, hey, let's just send damage, right?
Yeah.
And then next up here we have, this is one of the big teams right now. There's some slight variations you can go, but this is probably one of the bigger, like, for whatever reason, everyone on ladder is just spamming.
Yeah, I actually got to play a little bit with this team today, and I think it is like I wasn't really confident in it, but I actually think it's really strong. You have a lot of flexibility, and the modes in general are pretty well thought out. Staraptor and Golden Go are just such a good duo. You're able to have Intimidate on the team without running Incineroar and like next to your Sand mode. So I think they all are just very synergistic, and I am like a believer in Tailwind Staraptor now.
Oh yeah, I think Tailwind Staraptor fits perfectly. This is what I've played for most of the weekend too. I was just spamming some games with it, and I just really couldn't lose. I feel like the double mega is pretty fire. Fighting coverage on Tyranitar is nice. I was using low kick, but Brick Break is pretty neat for screens. I'm not gonna lie, that would piss me off. And then obviously Excadrill is a great partner for both Staraptor and for Mega Tyranitar. Getting you 2 steel types as well is just really nice into stuff like Floette. But yeah, and then the Milotic's pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. The Milotic just kind of works, but it feels kind of weird.
It does just kind of work. It doesn't make sense. I think sometimes Icy Wind is just so nice, and we forget because we're so used to the Coil Hypno set. But I just want to go over like a few things that are notable about this team, or at least this version. We've got Jolly T-Tar, so you want to be as fast as possible. This Excadrill is running EQ instead of high horsepower. I know like there's a little variance there. Milotic is actually modest. I don't know what that could be for. Potentially some Scald kills at +2, but usually I see a defensive nature on it. And then we got Colberberry Sinistra. I think like being able to take hits from Kingambit is actually really important for this kind of team, even though you do have Staraptor, because it just enables that Golden Go so much.
Yeah, and then Staraptor is going to be Tailwind again to enable Golden Go. Like, it gives Golden Go... I feel like this team is one of the best, like, Golden Go teams right now. And I think that's why people like it, is when Golden Go's good, when they can use their Goldie, they love spamming it, right? So being able to pair him with Staraptor, you set up the Tailwinds. If he's, like, turn 1, if you just set up a plot, he gets going, set up Tailwind later, he goes nuts, right? Like, he does just sweep teams, as long as he doesn't miss.
Everyone just loves Golden Go. They just want him to be so back, dude. And I get it. I get it. That's the GOAT right there.
Yeah, and Timid here as well on Golden Go, which I think is nice just because everyone's running this team. You kind of want to just be max speed, right? You don't really want to mess around with, at worst, a speed tie. So I do like the Timid choice there. And then we have a team we actually did feature on the channel popping off in this tournament as well with Mega Glimmora and Charizard.
Yeah, this is such a cool team. And this name feels so familiar to me. Shunsuke Minami. Something about
it's
this name
Rizabeth.
feels so...
It's Rizabeth, dude.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
I definitely know Rizabeth. Rizabeth was one we were going to have to talk about. Rizabeth, an incredible Japanese player as well, and usually brings some sauce and influences the metagame. They just play in the VR tournaments for some reason.
I don't know. I think this is one of the better ways to get practice right now. It feels like both the ladders are a little like, well, Champions is best of 1, you know, and close sheet, which makes it hard. And there's a lot of good players, but that's just not the Worlds format. And then Showdown's a little dead. So I feel like these tournaments are your best opportunity to get good practice in best of 3. And this is why, dude. You could be playing Rizabeth with a sick Charizard, Glimmora, Ninetales team. We featured it on the channel. Just to recap some of the cool like aspects is, of course, we got the dual weather with Charizard and Ninetales. We got Mega Glimmora. And this Life Orb Como with Vacuum Wave, I think is just super sick.
Yeah, Como is like a mon that we're talking about a lot. Like, we've used him on the channel like 3 times in the last week, just because he is just kind of goated right now, right? This one's actually going to be Overcoat, which does give you really good lines into the Charizard Venusaur stuff. There's no safety goggles. Lumberry feels bad, but Overcoat, you can get behind that. It's super good into that. And then Vacuum Wave's really good into Wims. That's the big reason for Vacuum Wave.
Super worried about opposing Como, which is like a really good benefit of Soundproof because you have 2 fairy types. And like Parting Shot is whatever. So I think Overcoat makes a lot of sense. Sorry to cut you off, Colin.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, and I think another cool part is you have Encore Disable built into the team. Like you have Sash Whimsicott with Encore, and then this Ninetales has the Disable. And it's still running Never Melt Ice, so you're doing a little bit of good damage, but I think there's just a lot of unique aspects to the team. I wonder if Rizabeth built it.
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Also, we have Ironhead getting Gambit as well, which makes a lot of sense because we have a Como. We don't need the fighting coverage. I think Glimmora is really interesting. Whenever I play against this thing, it's like a nightmare when I'm using Big Six. But then when I use it, it just kind of feels just okay. Like it's not terrible, but like I don't know. When it's used against me, it's OP.
No, I feel the exact same way. I think Glim is sick. I'm still not sure whether the Sash version or the like Mega version is better.
It's true. Glim. I mean, yeah, this is the second Glimmora. And then next up we have. Oh yeah, we're into top 8, by the way. But we're in. Next up we have another Staraptor team, but this time with Hisuian, Arcanine, and Ninetales.
I think this guy, I could be wrong. I think this guy knocked me out of NAIC. Was that last year? And he's always using some team where I'm like, damn, dude, how do you beat that? Like that exactly counters my team. Like, and so I think those kinds of players are always good to watch out for because they're making creative choices in team building. And this is cool to me. Like I think Rockhead Arcanine was a flavor, like a trend last format, but I think it could come back low-key. Like I feel like Head Smash is so strong. And I think overall, like the core of this team is similar to the Sand team. Like you're replacing T-Tar Exco with Arcanine Ninetales, and I'm not mad about that. That actually seems pretty cool.
I also think like it gives you a much more real Goldie setup mode, right? Like having Incineroar is a huge deal. Just fake out Nasty Plot, Parting Shot, and then you have a Tailwind Staraptor to just really enable this Golden Go to go nuts, right? So I really do like the Incin paired there. And then also if Golden Go takes some damage, you switch into Sinistra and you get him healed once again, right? Another good Goldie team. Staraptor, just a good Mega here as well, setting up Tailwind for everybody. And like you mentioned, there is another Hisuian Arcanine team too. This guy did just kind of pop off this weekend.
Dude, it's his time. It feels like people are just trying to be creative because it's about a month out for Worlds. Now is the time to get that shit. See if anything sticks, or if you just have to move on and run Big Six for the 8th event in a row. You know what I mean? But last thing, like I just think Ninetales over the Milo slot is really cool too because it gives you that anti-Garchomp hate, which you have for your 3 ground weaknesses. So I think the defensive synergy and offensive synergy on this team is pretty neat. If you're looking for something off meta, like I would take a look at Sam's team here.
Yeah, this team is sick. And then we have, oh yeah, we gotta talk about it, dude.
Peoples with the Watchog, baby.
Yeah, we got Watchog at 5th place or 6th place. Sorry, this team is like it's like so normal, but then there is a Hypnosis low kick Ice Punch Watchog with Analytic.
I mean, it's not that fucking normal. Is that White Herb or Dactyl?
Is that White Herb or is that Mental Herb? It's White Herb, I think.
I don't know. Either way, why? Right?
Yeah,
I think that's White Herb.
It's White Herb. It's white.
Taunt as well. Ancient Power Focus Blast Charizard, by the way. The Venusaur is okay, whatever. You dropped the Earth Power because you have fucking Focus Blast, Ancient Power, Charizard, Scarf, Garchomp. Like, it's kind of normal, but then there's also Silk Scarf, Fari. It's like, how, why, you know, these are the questions that I'm asking here.
Yeah, dude, the more you dissected this one, the crazier it got. This team is absolutely, like, this would be a perfect team for a closed team sheet best of 1, but this did well in a open team sheet tournament. They knew, they saw everything that you're seeing right now, and it still prospered. Silk Scarf Fari is so absurd. All of it is so absurd. I think it's so
funny, too.
With Imprison
to, like, screw them over is actually pretty fire. I think just saying I want Aerodactyl for Wide Garden Rock Slide is pretty cool. And Taunt, it seems good, too, especially next to Fari, so you can't fake it out. Like, these things are, like, making sense to me in real time. The 2 things that I just... Well, I'll say the 3 things that I find unbelievably insane. One is the Silk Scarf. Focus Blast Charizard, you just don't need that, I'm pretty sure. Like, Weather Ball is a really good move. And then, of course, Watchog as a whole, like, does he do damage? Like, I don't even know this guy's stats, bro.
I mean,
right?
I imagine he does. Like, I heard, like, in the Scraw tournament when they did stream him, right? Because he's kind of an urban legend at this point, the Watchog guy. In the Scraw tournament, he did start out really solid. I think made day 2 with Watchog. But then, like, Scraw tried to stream him a couple times, but it just never showed up. But I imagine it could show up for maybe some certain matchups, right? Like, I imagine the fighting move Oko's King Gambit, right? Like, even maybe through Troupple with Analytic? No, definitely not. Not Impish. It's just for
There's
King
just
Gambit.
no way, bro. Like
Ice Punch definitely kills Garchomp, dude. I 100% think it does with Analytic.
analytic boosted, of course, dude.
Yeah. But like, that's the only thing I see it doing. Or like, is it just blind hypnoing, dude? Like in bad matchups, do you press hypnosis? I couldn't say, dude. We're experts at the
I think
craft,
hypno
but
can work, bro.
it just kind of it blows me away when someone is this creative.
Yeah, shout out to Elijah here. I think that's their name. Absolutely insane team, and it is also really funny. So you get brownie points for that.
It's true. And the next up, we have Jude's team. Is this the one? Yep, Mega Garchomp. So Jude is a player from.
We're doing this, bro.
Well, they're from Singapore, right?
Yeah, I actually don't know where.
Yeah. But anyways, they spam these online tournaments, right? They go absolutely nuts. They are a ladder warrior. So this is a team that other people. This isn't actually even Jude, but they did steal his team. So I feel like I know this team so well because I played it like 100 times, right? Like the main idea is you just fake out, set up the Floette, or you have coaching, right? Like coaching plus King Gambit. Evil stuff, right? It just is a horrible mind game as a lead, and if you get got by it, you get got, right? This team is just all like mind games of what they're gonna lead. You have to call either Garchomp Sneasler, Garchomp or Sneasler Floette, or Sneasler King Gambit every time.
I think it was definitely more of like a read based matchup that you were playing too, because I think into a lot of matchups like this Floette is just so annoying to kill because it's timid and it has Draining Kiss, so it's just like infinitely healing. This team is so old, like it's literally from like the beginning of last format, but it's still holding up. Helping Hand Instant is so useful on these kinds of teams, just to enable Floette's damage because it is so bulk heavy. King Gambit not being Swords Dance is interesting here. I think that was like an adaptation. You're just relying on the coaching. But yeah, this team is like so annoying to play against, and I still don't really believe in the Mega Garchomp, but hey, it's clearly working. It does do a lot to Charizard.
It does. He is annoying. You coaching him up, he's hard to kill. It's like kind of funny. It's kind of funny. It kind of works. But yeah, there it is again. And then now we're into what is it, top 4 here with Sandvie running the Sand team once again. I think this looks like the more traditional version. This was the one that I was running and the one Zine was running, which is going to be low kick. Yes. It's low kick, high horsepower, Ice Beam, Icy Wind. That is, and Shadow Ball, which is pretty wild.
Okay, so I was gonna say that like, okay, if Sandvy's running the team, it's already become like meta staple. You know, it's like boring. Yeah, there's no fun in it. Probably just like forget about it. But it's actually because Zine used it, and I think when Zine puts out a team, all the like standard bros are like, dude, I gotta try this. Like, is Zine approved? You know, he's really good at identifying those. That's how he won Worlds. It's how he always does so good, is he's able to identify the next standard team or what just the best team is, right? And it is pretty solid. Some of the notable differences from the one we saw earlier in either top 16 or top 8 is like that modest golden goal, like you said, the triple attack Milo, protect Sinistra, and then like low kick, like you mentioned. But yeah, just pretty simple. A phenomenal player in Sandvie. And I'm not surprised he did well with it.
Yeah, it's just really solid. I do expect to see more of it. Yeah, there's not too much to say about that one. And then we have, it's back. It's back is that 3rd place? Oh my God, it's still here. It just doesn't leave, dude. This team is just still good.
It's the story that never ends, dude. If you want to learn more about this team and why I think it's one of the sickest stories in VGC history, there is a team report out by a group of Italian players. But basically, they made this team, pulled up to a regional, all 30 of them fucking made day 2 and top cut, basically. And then at NAIC, right before they released the report, and like so many people used this team and did so well. It's actually just so cool that this team became so successful in like 1 week, and it is the Frostlass team. Like even still, I don't think there's a better Frostlass team right now. But yeah, like we can break down the team a little bit, Colin.
Yeah, this team is just so, like you mentioned, it just continues to be good. People know it exists. They know they practiced into it, and it still prevails. But yeah, it's like you said, it's a Frostlass team. But I also think it's just like one of the best like King Gambit teams. It enables King Gambit so well. We have Aurora Veil, we have Rage Powder, and we have Fake Out for this guy. And then if Charizard is a problem for our boy here, we do have Lycanroc as well, the premier Charizard killer. And then Basculegion just kind of like, he's just good, right? Like he's got to kind of be there.
Yeah, Basculegion's so good, and with Citrus Berry and Aurora Veil, it just like it eats hits that you don't like think it can, basically. This Basque Legion set is really important for the team. I feel like it's the glue. Another interesting choice on it is Gunk Shot on Sneasler for the extra damage, because you generally want to run it pretty bulky. With the addition of Life Orb, like I think some of the calcs are gone, but like especially into Garchomp, but you still have a Frostlass at the end of the day. You have just really cool pieces with that Rage Powder on Scoville and Giga Drain. Like there's so many game plans that are set in stone for this team. It's so funny that it just keeps sticking around.
Yeah, and it's always pretty positive into Big Six for the most part, right? Like, I still think that you can lose, but it's still pretty solid into most Zard teams. Lycanroc is really, really annoying. I also think it's kind of nice because you get to kind of go back, because not many people are using it anymore. You get to run modest, Frostlass and Adamant Lycanroc, because with the team being as popular as it was, people were speed creeping it like crazy, which is kind of nice. You just say, hey, I'll lose the mirror if I play it, but I get to run the better natures.
It is better when people aren't ready for it, for sure.
Yeah. And then we have this kind of crazy team in second place. When I saw this one, I was like, damn, it's looking kind of good. It's looking kind of good. We got a little bit of tail room,
Holy
dude.
shit, dude. I'm so hyped. There's, do you want to go first? There's so many things I'm liking about this team.
Oh, yeah. First things first, we got tail room. Then we also have Hisui and Arcanine, which I do think he is very, very cool. Especially, like, I feel like he kind of fits what Sash King Gambit was next to Farigiraf. Like, I feel like he kind of does a similar vibe while letting us still run King Gambit.
Yeah, okay, the things that I want to mention, one of you mentioned is Arcanine just being sick, especially in Tailwind with Staraptor. The other thing I love so much is ST King Gambit with Life Orb. I feel like the Life Orb changes the calcs. Like Charizard before was starting to EV for that +2 Sucker Punch. With Life Orb, oof, I don't think they can reasonably do that right now. I don't know if it's possible, honestly. I'd have to look at the calc. But Life Orb King Gambit with Swords Dance is just something I've really wanted to try, along with Raichu Y. I love Raichu Y. I couldn't tell you, like, what makes me love it so much. It just feels so cool, because every time I play against it, I'm so scared. And particularly with Farigiraf, too. Excuse me, I'm just breaking up. This team's so beautiful. With Fari, I think there's a lot of protection for the Raichu. I love this shit.
Yeah, this team looks so fun. You have so many different elements of speed control as well. Like, you do have to respect Raichu, just paired with King Gambit. You also have to respect just Sylveon pressing Hyper Voice in Tailwind, right? Like, it's just kind of simple. But then you also have to count for Trick Room. Like, there's just so much going on in Team Preview. I do kind of like it. It looks really, really sick. Every mode just seems like it fits perfectly. Like, Farigiraf can be useful in Tailwind. It can be totally fine. You know what I mean? But then you also have, like, Staraptor being okay in Trick Room in some circumstances as well. It just seems so flexible. It seems to look so good right now.
Something we didn't mention on this one and a previous one is the Staraptor's running dual wing beat instead of Brave Bird. I believe Sam also had dual wing beat. It's interesting. It's notably weaker than Brave Bird, of course, but you're taking no recoil. And when you don't have Roost, I feel like that's actually a smart decision. Like, I could see it being good. I do worry about the damage a little bit, but hey, they made it to finals. Maybe this is the way to innovate on Staraptor. But speaking of Staraptor innovation, we've got the winning team here. Another Staraptor team, and we've already kind of broken it down. A little bit different.
A little bit different here. We have Life Orb Garchomp, and then we have Substitute Delphox instead of Encore. Otherwise, we do have the same, and also Timid Glimmora instead of Modest.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that's basically it. We did talk about this one a little bit earlier. We'll break it down a little bit again. Like, the Staraptor Delphox core, like, paired with the Whimsicott is so crazy. Obviously, Charm. We didn't talk about it as much, but Charm is cool as well. Like, you can literally charm them if they're physical, and then Light Screen if they're not. And so Whimsicott is just trying to, like, he's kind of like a budget Grimmsnarl with Tailwind, right? So I think that's pretty cool for both Mega Modes. You can also enable your Staraptor further with Charm. Garchomp EQs with them, but this one is Life Orb, which you get a little bit more damage next to him, which I kind of like more than the Scarf one.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, like, I think I wanted to play the team to understand why it's Scarf, but now I'm seeing here the Life Orb's back, and it did better. Like, I think this might be the better choice. And also just having the flexibility of another Protect is really nice, because you have Whimsicott and King Gambit who already can't do that. So I like the Life Orb choice. And just going back to Whimsicott for a second, this is one of my favorite sets. It's a classic too. I ran Charm all the way back in 2021, I think it was, or 2022. And I just love Charm's ability to completely destroy their damage, and then obviously the self proc with Staraptor. I feel like that's what's missing sometimes. It's like, sure, it's cool, but I actually do want to self proc and increase my damage a little bit. So overall, this is probably my favorite team from the tournament, not just because it won, just because it's kind of sick. It has a lot of Pokemon I like, and a lot of really creative sets, especially that substitute on Delphox.
Mhm.
I love substitute as well.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that Staraptor Delphox is now a top tier mega combo. Let us know what you think down below. I think this tournament was pretty cool. We did get surprisingly a lot of different meta teams in this one. You know, like going into this one, I thought it was just going to be kind of boring, but there was a lot of creativity. While we also do have a lot of the old teams that are still doing well, right? They didn't really go away. They just didn't cut this time.
Yeah, wow, actually seeing them all in a row like that, the meta's moving forward. And you guys got to stay tapped in. So
Yeah.
I hope this video was helpful. A lot of cool teams, and thank you for having me, Colin.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.